slowly. We don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, it's like something out of the book of Revelations where the angels are pouring out their plagues upon the earth. Remember, there's holy angels and there's fallen angels, good angels, bad angels. So the commonality between the two is that they can fly. Apparently, they have that technology. So I just want people to be in the know to what's really how surreal the days are. They're dark. We're in a lot of trouble, and only God can help us. Yeah, Hong Kong, man, this is, for American citizens to be intimidated about speaking out about, what do you think's coming to you, man? You're intimidated by the Chinese government when the Chinese people can't stand their own. It's totalitarian, it's authoritarian, it's fascist. They're control freaks running their lives. You think Americans are going to, you say, well, that's never happened here. Well, God willing, it won't happen here. Because we're in a lot of trouble. We're in it deep. With this forced vaccination thing, now even with the evidence coming out that, in fact, yes, it can, in some cases, cause damage. But, hey, you know what? The drug companies, they're not responsible. Make all these these billions of dollars they're making. $1,200 a month people paying for insulin. You think they want people to stop getting diabetes or a cure? Come on, they want to shoot themselves in the head. The vaccine damage fund. You ever hear the mainstream media educating the public about the vaccine damage fund that's been set up by the government? Hush, hush, mum's the word. We're not going to talk about that. But God's will is going to be done, and information is part of that. That's enlightenment, knowledge. Well, a sperm donor was in the news because some company that gives out sperm to women that want babies that can't have them. He said they're giving it to more women than he said, and they're not keeping track, and the guy's perturbed about it. I mean, why aren't we talking about this in the population thing? Where's the bioethics here? I remember a story that came out, a little blurb about a guy that had over 100 kids. He was a sperm donor. How fair is that to these kids that never going to know their dad? And how much time is he going to have to spend with any of them? Even if he said, I'm willing, they all know me. Yeah, I'm a sperm donor. I reduced myself to a loaf of bread. I gave away my crown jewels for a few bucks. Remember, guys, listen. Don't give away your precious milk. Okay? Just like that saying, we think it just goes for women, why buy the cow if the milk is free? No, it should go for you too, guys. Okay? Consider yourselves precious and your milk precious. Okay? And don't give it away for free. Get a commitment. I was just talking about how we're freezing our butts off around here now, and we are. We went from 100 degrees, it seemed like one week, till the next week we're freezing our butts off. I mean, Northern California is not a bad place. The fall and spring are the best months here because the winter's got a lot of rain, it's cold, and they're not particularly long, but, it's still, and the summers, I mean, if you got to work outside, it's brutal. But other than that, it's a pretty nice area. It's getting tougher and tougher, just like every place. I mean, this area I'm in, like Chico, it's been growing like crazy, leaps and bounds. People running out of the cities and coming here, and it's tough. And I'm seeing a whole lot, boatloads and boatloads of migrants are coming in. I had my daughter, we had a long conversation recently, and one of the things she called me was a misogynist. I'm thinking, you know what, it was such an absurd thing for her to say. I had no retort because she knows me. She spent a lot of time with me growing up, but of all the things that I'm not, it's that. I mean, I really struggle not to worship women. I adore women. I think they're magical, mystical, awesome creations from God, out of the heart and mind of God. They're custom made. Nothing could be better. There's no greater gift that God could give a man. I exalt women. Okay, I'm very chivalrous in that regard. Women and children first and all that. The value, I mean, if we're going to decide value of the genders, I mean, the woman is on a pedestal. I love them. I adore them. I respect them. I'm very sensitive and intuitive. I like them a lot, a lot, a lot. To me, they're everything. I mean, they're orgasmic creatures that are responsible for that great euphoria and bliss that I've experienced as a man, my sexuality. I think they're fantastic. I love them. I mean, sometimes I wish I could just take every single woman in the world that wants a man. Hey, come on, ladies, let's come into my harem. I'll be your husband. I mean, we know that's absurd because really at the end of the day, all I want is just one. That's what any guy in his right mind really wants. He just wants to be devoted to one. He wants to make one woman the happiest woman in the whole world because he knows intuitively, instinctively, that's what's going to make him happy. Yeah, the mainstream media, you know, Jesus said something thousands of years ago that really is apropos today for the mainstream media, and that is, you people, you hypocrites, you strain out a gnat yet swallow a camel. I mean, how is it that these people, even celebrity status, not the celebrities, I mean, what, movie stars hard to get, you know, rappers, I mean, they're a dime a dozen. So how do these people make these multi-million-dollar contracts? Okay, but these people strain out a gnat from what they're eating or consuming, drinking, yet they swallow a camel. That's it. I mean, they make a mountain out of a molehill, and they turn a molehill into a mountain, right? That's the propaganda machine. That's the hypocrisy. These are the liars, okay? Cheaters, thieves, murderers. And that's who the mainstream media, witting or not, that's who they're working for, is freaks, freaking monsters that are dictating what they need to parrot. They're paying their salaries. Those are pretty handsome salaries, too. You know, Scripture says that we human beings are fearfully and wonderfully made. And we can all say, well, you know what? Science does show it's pretty awesome. You know, the intricacies, the how it's all integrated together, you know, all the circuits in the human body. It's really true. We're freaking crazily created. And, but, you know, fearful, people think, oh, fearful, afraid, you know, they associate that term. But, you know, terms evolve. Like anti used to mean just a substitute or a stand-in. So when you say antichrist, which is an ancient term, anti is an ancient word, you know, it just means a substitute or stand-in for Christ. Like the Pope, the Pope du jour, whoever that was. That's the Antichrist. The Seventh-day Adventist teaches. But fearfully is a beautiful, it's like with awe, reverently. Okay, so we are reverently and wonderfully made. It's just an interesting tidbit of information. You know, we should serve one another as we wish, not beholden to anybody else's whims, our own wishes. And we could change it up at any time. Serve how we wish, who we wish, where we wish, and that's it. All your terms. If you yourself need a big brother, that falls under the category of tough luck. Your problem. Let other people be free. Thus saith the Lord. That's the paradigm that's coming. Okay, I'm going to get into some thoughts from this past week. I don't know how many I'll be able to get into. I see time is running out. I got about a minute and a half to finish up here. I wanted to get at least this thought in. The best evidence for a loving God is a loving woman. Misogynist, I am not, my friends. The science of logic is the foundation, the basis for the following statement. Light always overpowers darkness. Truth is stronger than deception. As righteousness is more powerful than unrighteousness. As good is mightier than bad. And on in that theme. therein explains why the real good guys are going to win this good fight for absolute freedom, justice, mercy, peace, joy, contentment, safety, security, prosperity, and an acute sense of overall happiness will be won by the decent, the upright, the righteous, the meek, the noble. The only difference in worldwide oppressive regimes today as opposed to thousands of years ago is that with neo-feudalism, the principles of tyranny has been honed to a fine science, basically the same beast as before, only wearing new threads. When one sees the light, they become irresistibly compelled to fight the good fight with all of their might, knowing their righteous deeds will earn them the right to spend an eternity in paradise. Remember, faith without works, without action, is dead faith. All right, friends, I'm